Hi and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the song So Baby. This is from Sivakarthikeyan's upcoming film Doctor. The music composer is Anirudh, lyric writer is Sivakarthikeyan himself, and the singers are Anirudh and Ananthakrrishnan. So let's get right into the review. So let's start with lyrics. Sivakarthikeyan does a great job with whatever is given to him. He doesn't write something really out of the box or something like you have not heard before, and he's not trying for that. He's just trying to justify the situation. But as he joked in the skit, as they were mentioning it, it's run of the mill, usual, same old situation where girl sees boy, boy sees girl, and you write a love song. But there are certain places, nuances, if you hear carefully, because he's a doctor, I think, in the film. So there are lines about dying and coming back and all of that. So that was a bit interesting. But one of the most important things I want to talk to you about this entire song and the lyrics is that the break your heart, the way it is phrased, it is straight from a Teo Cruz song. I think it came out in 2005 or something, which is Break Your Heart. And they say it in the same way, break your heart, break your heart. Here it's break my heart. But let me just clarify that they have not ripped it off. It's not a copy because the melody, the tune is slightly different, and the rest of the song is really different. But that phrase is taken just like that from that Teo Cruz song. And I think that is the reason they did not name the song Break My Heart, because that's the hook. So why won't you name your song Break My Heart? Instead of that, you put, So Baby. So I think that was a wise decision, but it's not that wise that we won't notice. But there's nothing to be afraid of because they're not copied anything. Let's talk about singing here. So Anirudh has done a great job, but this is not something he has not done before. It is typical Anirudh kind of vocals. Very less Indian influences there. It's more westernized. And after a certain point in the song, the range of the song increases, and he goes into the second or higher kind of an octave, which is very common for him. At least he's not growl singing or shout singing here. But this song did not demand that. Whatever he does, he has brought out a very strong, passionate kind of an emotion. But since the song is almost like a dance number, it's almost like a thumpy four on the floor kind of a song. So he doesn't have to, do a lot of vocal acrobatics here. So whatever he has done fits the song, and it is apt for the song. The other singer here is Ananthakrrishnan, who I think is actually his solo violin player. So I think maybe he was just in the studio and he asked him to sing over it. So he does the interlude sargam or swaram portions, which is, I think, as far as I could recognize, was just the minor scale, and he went up and down the minor scale, and the interlude is good, and that portion is really good, and he brings a different kind of vocal texture and tone to the song, because his voice, according to me, is slightly deeper and the bass side compared to Anirudh's. So that was a very refreshing change to hear a vocal interlude instead of just instrumental. Let's talk about Anirudh's USP now. It's his composition, production, and arrangement. So the composition, the structure here is fairly simple. It's our traditional Indian film format, where Pallavi Charanam or Antara Mukhra kind of a format. So, but there's only one Antara or one Charanam here, so that's fine. But you have these returning interludes which act as different sections. Anirudh is an expert when it comes to arranging a song. So if you listen to how the song begins and then builds up, especially in the Charanam's second half, and how the tabla groove kicks in and takes you to another level. So that's just Anirudh for you. That's really magical there. And the decision behind going for a vocal interlude, where he made his friend sing the sargam or swaram, or as they mentioned in the skit, gasa gasa or whatever. So that's really nice, and that elevates the song to a certain other level while keeping the dancey kind of a element where the kick goes on every beat and it gives you that pumping kind of an effect. The other thing I really liked is putting the musicians, the tabla player and veena player, Rajesh Vaidya, in the video. Usually they don't do that, right? Musicians don't get that kind of limelight. So putting them in the video was a great job. Also, The solo, Veena solo and the tabla kind of small solo comes in the second interlude, and not in the first one where it's completely that vocal part. If you listen towards the end of the song where other instrumentation is going on, you can slightly hear the Veena playing underneath. So that those things I really liked. Apart from that, the other ambient sounds and the stabby kind of plucks that come throughout the song, this is a staple Anirudh. He could have done this in his sleep, so it's not something great, but he does it really really well. I think he's one of those composers in India who has mastered these electronic dance music elements, and he puts them so effortlessly and beautifully in the song. So overall, I really love the song. I really like the vibe of the song. For what the song was intended to be, it's definitely a great song. But is it Anirudh's best in the recent times? No. And it is a fairly simple arrangement and production compared to what he's been doing in the recent past. So even from that perspective, it's slightly on the lower side. But for what the song is, it is a great song, and it's deserving of all the praise that it's been getting. Yeah, so that's it for the video. If you like this video, please leave a like. Check out other stuff on my channel. I do a lot of music related content, music reviews. If you like any of that, please consider subscribing. If you want to tell me anything at all, put that in the comment section down below, or you could simply DM me on Instagram. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers, and I need all your love and support for that. So please do subscribe. And when you subscribe, please hit the bell icon so whenever I drop a video, you get notified. So that's all I wanted to say. I'll see you all in another video.